What up, OGs? Welcome back to another episode of the OG Sessions podcast. I'm your host, Nick Usher. Let's get it started. What is up, OGs? Man, welcome back to another episode of the OG Sessions podcast. This is episode 56 going down right now, man. I am super hyped about this episode. This is one that I've been trying to get locked in for a hot minute for you guys, man. It seems like all the episodes we've been trying to lock down recently have been a long process, but, you know, they're all for a reason, right, man? These episodes are getting better and better every single week. The guests are so interesting, and they're always bringing the good conversation, the good energy, and this week is no different, man. Before we get started, make sure you are following us on all social media. Instagram is going to be OG Sessions Pod. TikTok is going to be OG Sessions. Twitter, OG Sessions Pod. You guys know the vibes. We're on YouTube now, so you should already be watching this episode on YouTube if you're not. But, you know, if you're on Spotify or you're on Apple, wherever, man, make sure at some point you go check out those YouTube episodes. Run those subscribers up. Make sure you like the video, comment on the video, do the thing, man. Yeah, let's get right into it, man. I'm super hyped about this episode. We've got a very special guest in the building. Please give a round of applause for the man, Jarron Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
Good. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, man. I'm feeling great. So for those who don't know, this is Jarron Johnson, the owner of the Jig Is Up clothing brand.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling, bro?
Man, it's a good Saturday, you know, had to do some yard work.
Typical.
And now we're just chilling.
I like the Jig Is Up shirt that you got on. We were talking about that a little bit before you.
Yeah, bro. It's some unreleased stuff. We got a lot of graphic tees coming this summer, so
it's a little marble play.
Yeah, a little marble rip. You know,
I like
something
it.
Classic that
everybody
everybody can relate to.
A lot of your designs that you put together are like really creative shit, man. And you do a lot of plays where it's like you take someone's like an old logo or like an old, you know, like an old graphic that somebody would, you know, definitely know what it is and just throw your name on it. I'm like, that is fucking clean, man.
And that's just like, to me, it's kind of like just part of streetwear, you know. Everybody kind of rips logos off and, you know, just you twist it your way, like your vision, like, and then it is what it is.
Yeah, 100%, man. You do that great. Let's go ahead and give our listeners a, you know, quick little background on who Jarron Johnson is.
Shit.
Born and raised in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Duval County?
Shit, I was born in Virginia.
Okay.
Then I moved to New Orleans for a little bit. That's where my family resides. Then my mom was in the Navy, so we moved out here, and we've just been living out here ever since.
Bet.
Yeah.
How long has this brand been going on, man? When did you start this?
Man, the idea came about like 2017, 2018. We threw a few parties, you know. Back in those times were just crazy. For real, just like being reckless, just figuring stuff out. But about 2020, right before COVID, got real serious with it. Got the LLC, just locked in and just kept following the vision for real.
Yeah, and tell me about the name. So the Jig Is Up. This is like, I mean, it's always kind of been, I think at some point everyone said this term, the Jig Is Up. You know what I mean?
Man,
it's like
people rap about it. You hear it in movies, but like, I don't know. Like everybody calls me Jig, and I just like felt like the Jig is up. Like it's my time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still searching for the name of the brand, but like the work's there. Like I just feel like just keep working until you really figure out what that brand means.
Yeah, I love the name, bro. You would change it one day in the future, you think?
Nah.
Okay, because I mean I think that name is, especially with you going off the name Jig, like so that you get called sometimes, like, bro, you can't beat that shit, bro. Like that's
I love
you,
it,
man.
Bro. It's all me.
I love it. And you know, one thing I was a fan of was the tags that you were throwing on some of your stuff for a while. Was that correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was like a Sega play you did.
Dude, I'm glad you noticed that.
That shit was fire, bro.
See, I just try to keep it to stuff you can relate to, like stuff we grew up to, you know, just nostalgia.
What was like one of the first things that made you create this brand? Like, did you kind of have this like impulse to just go out and start something?
Just life, bro. You know, I've been working for 8103 about like 10 years now. So when I graduated school, I was working for them. And I was like, I'm doing this clothes. I was working at UPS. I don't really want to do this. Like, I'm getting older. Just trying to figure life out. So I was like, let's just lock in on the clothes.
Yeah. would you say like it was more so like you just kind of hated what you were doing and you're like, I got to get out of this lane? Or were you like having this like driving itch to be like, I want to see, test my hand at making clothes? Because a lot of people, they kind of get into, everyone I feel like has that state in their life where they're like, oh, I just want to be a creative, or I want to be an entrepreneur.
Everybody just sees like, oh, it looks so easy to make clothes and sell T-shirts, but it's not. Like, it's a lot of money, and like sometimes you might not even make a sale.
100%. Yeah, that's so.
No, what really just got me into it is my friend passed, my homie Gleet, LOG. But yeah, he passed, and we were all just working at UPS, and I was just like miserable. Just drinking every day, just like really just like in a hole, just like not really living, just like, ugh. Then like I caught a DUI, and like some people say like that's a mistake, but that's probably like the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, and you feel like it's because it kind of was like a turning point, kind of gave you like a fresh start. You're like, okay, this is rock bottom type thing.
Oh, for sure. I definitely felt like I was at rock bottom, but I just like woke up, and just like locked in.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like you said, it's like one of the best things that like could happen in some situations. It's not like in the moment you're like, fuck, dude, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but then looking back on it, you're like, there's certain turning points in your life that make you the person you are today or the creator you are today. And
I swear,
dude, it's like looking at the shit you're making right now. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and give a quick shout out before we get started. So shout out Elvin Lakai. He is one of my really good friends. I know you know him. He's definitely like one of my homies I've known for a long time. He put me on your shit like a long time ago.
Shout out to Elvin, man. We used to work at Zaxby's together, just smelling like chicken, flipping chicken, all that bullshit.
Yeah, that boy was on it, man. And
love Elvin, dude.
And he, I remember he would always. Like when we first started the podcast, it's like, you got to get the jiggies up on there. You got to get the jiggies up on there.
I remember, bro. I remember you always reaching out. And I just, like I told you, I was just like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, no. And I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I never want.
I just like always see like a vision. Like, I finally feel like my vision isn't here, but we're like finally in that path to like where I want to be.
Yeah, I love that, bro. And do you think, what do you think is kind of like shaped the vision that you're in right now? Do you think that there's any like certain
life is good, dude? More money, because like you need money. It doesn't matter what you do. You have to spend money to make money, bro. 100%. And like all the ideas I wanted to do, I really didn't have the money for it, bro. That's when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Just had so much going on.
Dude, that's exactly... I think you literally just read my mind on how I felt of season 1 of the podcast. It was like I wanted so bad to have this visual show that people could go on YouTube or go on, these like video platforms and watch it. But like you said, like I had this certain vision. Like I wanted it to look like this. I wanted to be able to make like an actual like room.
You wanted it right off the back, dude. We
exactly.
all do, but like,
and you have to hustle,
like,
bro.
I don't know. Like we were speaking before this, I was like, dude, like I think I'm just like so happy because like watching my daughter grow, it just makes me want to grow my brand more.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that, bro. 100%. It's like motivating. It just like gets you going and makes you want to get like in that space to where you're like really feeling it, man. And like there's always certain motivators that come within your life, and a lot of people ever really know like personal motivators, like how you just said. Some people, it's like their motivation is like just watching other brands do their thing, or they look at like certain people on social media and they're like, oh, this is what I want to be like or whatever. But like for what you're saying, it's like personal things happen in people's lives, and it kind of triggers like this like dog inside you, bro, where you're like, I want to go fucking get it for this person or for this reason, you know?
You get in that hole, but like once you get out of it, dog, I just feel like you become a whole different person. Like,
yeah,
you're reawakening type shit.
Yeah, 100%. And anyone that says they've never been in that hole, obviously some are greater than others. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And
everybody has their own different like situation. Like, we don't all wake up and do the same shit. Like,
for sure. And I think like over this past year, like just on like me personally, bro, I went through some serious financial struggles. I kind of, in my mind, put all my, like, I basically just said, fuck everything but the podcast as far as making money wise, and try to just like survive off of this podcast and stuff. And what it ended up doing was hurting the podcast a little bit in the end, because it's like, dude, I I was so drained, you know what I mean? And I'd almost get frustrated whenever I'd get like a nice little check from the pod or just make some money doing anything with the pod, and then it immediately go into bills or immediately go into something. And you're like, dude, this is all for nothing. This is like all for
paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay bills and still be an entrepreneur is probably one of the hardest things to do that nobody tells you.
And with the biggest thing with that is like, being an entrepreneur, anyone can, you know, essentially be an entrepreneur,
For sure.
Create your own shit, sell your own shit, whatever. Like, you're an entrepreneur. But to be a successful long-term entrepreneur, you have to evolve. You have to keep doing what the next person isn't. You have to go that extra mile, that extra.
It might take a little longer, but like the results will always speak for you, dude.
And I think that's what really like weeds out the fakes and the people that aren't serious about this shit, bro. Because so many people, like we were talking before, everybody wants to get into this shit. Everyone wants to be their own creative, their own boss.
Like, dude, I mean, social media is a curse and a blessing, but everybody wants to do this podcast. Everybody wants to make clothes. Like, it's not that easy.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, everybody wants to print T-shirts. Everybody just wants to do everything. Like, that has to stop. Not even stop, but just like, let's just be realistic about it. Like, if you're trying to just do it just for likes and clout, whatever you want to call it, like, don't do it. Just have some passion, bro. Yeah,
well, just do whatever the fuck like you want to do, and it's okay to get your feet wet and like test the waters and see, is this something I want to do? Is it not? But don't like put all your eggs in one basket, in the sense where you're just like, this is me now for the rest of my life, and you realize 2 months down the road, oh, I got to invest a couple $1,000s to even get this shit off the ground, you know?
Yeah,
and then wait till these motherfuckers don't even realize, bro, once you start getting on the legal side of this shit, like all this shit, bro, like
pay those taxes for sure.
Pay your taxes, but also like, God forbid you want to get the name trademark down the road, or God forbid you want to get your like a serious, you know, like a really high quality website put together, like all these different things, and some people don't even realize that domain names cost money, all these different things. It's like,
everything costs money.
Everything costs money, and people are so quick to be like, oh, I can do that, before thinking about like everything.
I mean, you can, but like, it's going to cost you some money, and you're either going to pay somebody, or you're going to hop on YouTube and grind it out.
100%, bro. What would you say were some of the biggest, I guess, like trials and tribulations that you went through whenever you first started your clothing brand?
At first, figuring out designs, concepts I wanted to do. And then trying to honestly stay away from screen printing designs, because I suck at screen printing, and my boss will quote me on that.
Really? Because let's take it. I want to wind it back just a little bit, because you said you work at 8103.
Yes, sir.
8103 is a clothing brand. I don't want to focus too much on that because we're talking about yours, but but it's a pretty prominent clothing brand in Jacksonville, and they've been around for a while. Did that happen after you had your clothing brand, or was that before you had your clothing brand?
So I'll just give y'all a little brief story. So, just growing up, like, I don't know if you know, like, how old are you?
24.
All right. So I'm 28. So like, when I was like 11, 12 type stuff, like, I used to skate for Skate Lab, and like 8103 was just like fresh streetwear brand in Jacksonville. Everybody was wearing it. So like, if you didn't really have 8103 on at the skate park, you weren't like good, and you really couldn't dress like. Because when it's all said and done, streetwear and all fashion stuff comes from skateboarding.
Oh, for sure.
But anyways, like, just everybody want to skate for 8103, dude. So, you know, I used to just message Mark, just all this like, dude, one day I'm gonna work for you, I'm gonna skate for you, I'm gonna figure it out. But like, once I got in high school, I got my own job, got my own bag. I used to just go to the shop every day, dude. Just cop one shirt, two shirt, whatever. Just go in there, have a conversation. But I was in there probably annoying the shit out of him, probably, he would say. But, hey, I was spending money and getting gear, so yeah, I could be in there. But my senior year, we were, like, pretty cool, you know. And I just came back from my senior year Bahamas trip. And he was like, how is it? And then, like, he later offered me a job. And, you know, 10 years down the road, we're here.
Wow. So it's been 10 years you've been working with him.
Yes, sir.
Wow, bro. So I'm sure, you know, that's not only giving you a ton of inspiration, but also taught you a lot about how to run a brand, how to, you know, successfully print clothes. And
both sides of it, too.
What would you say was one of your biggest takeaways from working for Mark? I'm sure there's so many, bro.
It's too many. When I say stay consistent, dude, like, Just stay consistent. This shit does not happen overnight, but if you want it, you got to grind it out.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't going to believe your vision until they've seen you do it for months, years on end.
Dude, I mean, I'm still not perfect at it, but I'm finally feeling like a pretty good printer. But like, I mean, we manufacture all our stuff. I mean, I manufacture usually all my stuff.
Yeah,
like the stuff I can do.
Does he let you manufacture at the store? Or
yeah, so we print our stuff. We print for a few other companies out here in Jax and stuff. But like, if you're ever looking for some print work, just hit us up.
Sweet, bro. I didn't realize that like any brand could just go up there and get some print work.
Yeah, you just hit us up on 8103 MFG or just shoot me a DM, and we'll just like get you a mock, get you a quote, and get you up out of there.
I love it, bro. That's a really easy process. So, with a lot of these clothing brands, usually when people start off a clothing brand, I know I'm guilty of this for sure. Whenever I first started mine, like, they kind of get, I don't really know how to word this, but they
anxious.
Yeah, anxious, 100%. Like they're really excited to do things, and they kind of like don't do the steps necessary to actually create like a brand.
Well, they really don't know the steps, so they just think like, let me just mock up this T-shirt, then like the T-shirt's just supposed to like pop up out somebody's ass.
Exactly.
But, like, you have to do so many more steps before that, dude. Like, first of all, you need to just make sure your design is crispy. Like, if you don't have that like right file, or like you send it to whoever's printing your stuff, and it's like all pixelated, it's gonna come out like shit probably. And then next step, it's probably you got to find a T-shirt you like, dude. Like, you can start off with Gildan. There's nothing wrong with that. You're early, bro. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to, maybe sell $20, $25 shirts, but you're just really just trying to get your name out there, Just keep it growing.
Yeah, 100%.
Worry about all that stuff later, but like you just got stick on letting people see the brand's name like over and over and over again. Even if it's like fucking 5 different same logo tees, bro. Like, you're early in this game. Like, you don't even need to worry about like these crazy designs.
Just print a shirt.
Yes.
Just learn the process of printing a T-shirt and then decide if this is something you want to do for the rest of your fucking life. Because I think a lot of people, they see people like yourself. They see people like 8103. They see these other dominant brands in the cities that they live in, and they just immediately think that that's just like, oh, all you gotta do is just post a couple mock-ups on Instagram, and now I'm got a couple $1,000s from this drop. Like, no.
I wish it was that easy, dude.
I think we all do, and I think everybody and their mom would be a clothing brand designer if that was how it is. And
I wouldn't even drop clothes. I'd drop furniture.
Ooh, dead ass, like, literally.
Dude, drop a couch. Like, now you're like, that's like some real money.
Bro, see that? Would you ever like to get into custom work like that? Like down the road?
I want to do it all, bro. Like, I don't know. I just have like crazy visions, and just like, I just want anything that just pops up in my head. I just want to figure out how to do, and if not, I'm gonna figure out how to do it.
Let me in on some of these visions, man. I want to know what goes on the head of.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff we're working on, dude. Just, I don't know, like the project we just dropped actually today, like me and my homie, great photographer, Keone Sill. Dude, we've been friends for 10 plus years, shooting after shots after shots. Now I'm like, ever since the brand, that's like my go-to photographer. Like, I don't even need to like really tell him as much details as I want. He'll just like, I'll tell him like the location. He's like, I'm on it. And we just get to it. But we just dropped, this project is called Oak Street Button Up. It's a classic photo, dude, of Oak Street's downtown Jacksonville. And we just made it black and white, and we just made it a nice button up, dude. And it's just so.
What's the material that it's made out of?
It's rayon, so it's very nice and smooth. You can wear it at all times of the year. That's bro, like my thing, like, because we live in Florida, bro. Like, we can really wear shorts all year. So if you can make stuff that like you can wear all year, I feel like you're locked in.
Bro, 100%. And I think that I love what you were saying about that piece you just dropped, bro. Like, that is a banger. Like, out of all the ones, I'm a big fan of obviously the Jaguar shorts you did. Those are fucking sweet.
I appreciate that.
And
bro.
Then you did some tie-dye stuff too. And I
did like a tie-dye cardigan. It's just like
it's cool, bro.
It's cool. It's trial and error. Really, like, for me, I make clothes I want to wear, and like, I I want to see my girl.
I love the
stuff,
camo shit you did too. The camo pants. Was it pants, right?
Yeah,
those were fucking.
They're coming
sick.
out in like 2 weeks, bro. We're about to actually shoot the commercial today. So after this, we're gonna go get to it. Like,
yeah, I see you working, man, and I love those little teasers you post on Instagram with some of the new stuff you got coming. Did that the one you just created though? How long does the process of this take? Like, dude, from start of this something you want to do till basically today drop day.
Yeah, so like this last project that literally just released today, it's been about like 5 or 6 months, honestly. Like, we're shooting, then I just like, we've always talked about it, me and Keone, just like, we want to do a project, but I don't want to do like his photography on a t-shirt, like basically, like I want to go outside of the horizon. So I was like, let's do a button up, dude. Like, so I just like went down all his damn photos, and like so many great photos, dude. It's hard. And I just like, I mocked it up and we were both stoked on it. So I ordered the sample. The sample took like 30 days.
I was going to ask, so this is one you didn't print it,
yeah, so this is this would be my second, actually, because my Jaguar shorts were the first cut and sew pieces I ever done, but this would be my first like button up cut and sew piece.
Got you.
Just like found a manufacturer overseas. A lot of conversations at 3 o'clock in the morning, just talking numbers and material and just all that stuff you got to do. It's a lot more than it looks, but yeah, I think we ordered the sample like a little bit late in October. It came here like November. We did the studio shots for like the early promo. And then like right when I was about to order the bulk was probably like the end of December.
Wow.
There was actually something I never knew that happened. But in China, they do Chinese New Year. And I never knew about that, but they take off the whole month of January to like mid-February, and they don't work and don't do anything. So
no way.
Right when I'm about to order the bulk for the drop, because we wanted it to drop in January originally, I was like, dude, like I didn't even know this was a thing. We have to push it back. Like there is no other choice. So
that's crazy.
Like, we didn't let that get distracted from us. Let that distract us or whatever. We just we shot 2 commercials and just sat on that content for so long.
Yeah.
So, like, we stayed patient because, like, good Lord, we definitely, I mean, I'm sure we could have did, like, pre-orders, but I'm like, that wasn't my vision, bro.
For
like,
sure.
I like, right where I'm at, and, like, in this game right now, I feel like I want to have, like, all my pieces, like, all my inventory in hand.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
like,
That's one thing that I think a lot of young clothing brand designers either, I wouldn't say make the mistake on, but like a lot of people, they start posting what they have before they have it. And so imagine like, just,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but just like, don't have people waiting for like,
well, the pre-sale
like
thing. Yeah.
2 months or so, like be honest with them, let them know this is a pre-order type thing. Like this can take 3 to 4 weeks, even if people don't work, and you're always going to get people to complain. That's part of every business. Like,
yeah. I think
as long as they get the product, they'll be okay.
I think the pre-order method is definitely a great method for everyone to try.
For sure.
I just think you need to make sure, like, that you're going to be able to get these clothes in a relative fashion.
Exactly.
I mean, if I order,
don't take people's money and don't get them the product.
Facts.
Then you won't, like, they won't shop with you next time. Like, they'll see you drop something and they'll be like, is it made? Like,
yeah,
I don't want to wait a month again.
100%. And I think that's the pre-order method is something great you can do once you're a little bit more of an established brand, because then you're going to have people that are wanting this early. They trust the process.
Dude.
You've got those cosigns from people.
Travis Scott, all his shit is pre-order.
Yeah, 100%.
6 to 8 weeks and people don't complain.
And
but if you're a small brand that complain, it's the craziest shit ever.
And it's funny because there's a standard that people hold for these brands. Like I'm sure you can totally relate to this. It's like, they expect you to have that full, like, I mean, do they think Travis Scott is the one printing his fucking t-shirts? Like, they know that, like,
yeah, they know that he's like, not. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, like, it's so the fact that they are going to hold any, up and coming brand to the same standard as, any established brand that's got tons of,
it's crazy
hundreds
that
of people working
though.
for them. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you're in that clothes field, it gets rough. Like, big brand or small brand, they want their shit, dude.
What's a favorite piece you've ever created?
Probably honestly these pants that are releasing in 2 weeks. The camo tree flare sweatpants, bro. Just like I don't know, like I like wearing cozy stuff. Like when I'm working and printing, just like everyday life. Like I'm kind of over wearing pants and like over wearing basketball shorts, like mesh shorts and shit. Like so I just like made some like sweatpants that have like a flare bottom to it because I want to see my shoes, but I want like my pants to hang over my shoes.
Yeah, I like it, bro. I've seen just like from what you posted on Instagram and stuff like that, and they look sick. Like
I appreciate that. Yeah,
pattern you did on them are cool. What's the process like for that? Or is it like they do like a DTG print before they cut them up?
No, so that's all like another cut and sew piece. So you gotta figure out measurements for like small to 2XL. That's what I ran it through. So I figure out all the measurements, the hip, the waist, the length, all that stuff. Find a material, or not even a material, find a print, like a pattern. I found a pattern that I wanted to do, and find a manufacturer, and then, you know, just talk prices. A lot of these overseas people, they do minimum order, so you got to order like 50 to 100 or maybe like more to get like a lower per price, but like you got to spend money to make money, so it all works out.
100%. And do you suggest getting that higher amount to try to save the money and just try to get the clothes off? Or
it all depends on you, bro, and like just where you're at and like your brand's at. Like when I first started doing cut and sew, I'm only doing like 50, but like those pants, I did 100 because I knew, like I wore them like 3 days in a row. So just like
100 of each size or 100 total?
100 total.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
cool.
I have like 20 pairs of each size, basically. Like, and I want to keep those around like for a year or two. So like those are not going to be limited.
And this is the difference between a real like designer brand.
This is like what all the big brands do. They 100%. Go overseas, like, and they go spend all this coin and go have like 5,000 of these tees and just go grip us.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of cool because, you know, you're obviously doing that same thing on a smaller level. And it's like, I think that kind of, people kind of don't really understand how cool that process is. The fact that it's like, you're doing the exact same thing that like a lot of these big time brands are doing, but it's just with your own little creative flair on it. You know what I mean? It's like an expression of yourself. And I think it's really cool how, you know, it does show how committed you are to the brand or to the quality or to the vision that you have.
No, I appreciate you noticing that, bro. For real, that means a lot.
No, I mean, like, dude, as a person that, I mean, I've had, you know, my brand since 2017 and I kind of found myself, you know, for me, I was all about like the actual, like, I'm a big fan of like the graphics and like the things like that. Like my graphic designer is my best friend. Shout out Randy. He was on the episode right before you. And
shout out Randy, dude. We got to work. I'm always looking for some graphics, dude.
I'm telling you,
I do a lot of my own graphics, but I always like working with other people.
He's a super good designer. He's actually he specializes in like doing some like, I don't want to say anime, but it's like some really cool, like high quality artwork and stuff like that. It's all digital art
for sure.
And he's a stud with it. And he's done a lot of my stuff. And what I've kind of, what's happened over time is I take those designs and I just try to find the best way to just print it on everything.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what you got to do, bro. Like I said, you got to put your name out there. So just
I'll take
on everything, dude. Like
I'll take one
stickers,
design.
T-shirt, a fucking lighter, whatever, bro. Just like anything you can give somebody or they can buy, they will like, and your name's on it. That's your brand. That's branding.
100%. And that's exactly what I would do is I would take those graphics and I would just print them on so much shit and I would try to do as quickly as possible. And it kind of kept me away from ever getting into like the overseas, like manufacturing, like all this stuff. Like I've got all the presses in my house and all this stuff I need. And
dude, I respect you doing that. That's a grind, bro. Like, cause you know, you're cutting your costs and like, that's all it's not what it is. But like, if you can cut your costs, like
it's a great way to start. And it's sure. Like eventually
definitely
down the road,
when you don't really like when you're starting, you don't really know but you have the tools. At least you can kind of figure it out and grow and make your mistakes because, like, you're going to make mistakes. That happens in anything you do. But like you're going to make mistakes. Like get frustrated, you'll take notes and keep it going, bro.
What's a small mistake you think you made in the early stages of your brand that you wish you could take back?
Pre-order.
Really?
Yeah. Just pre-order. Not really doing vinyl. Like I have nothing wrong against vinyl, but like vinyl's not really like for me.
On t-shirts, would you say is like more? I mean, because I always see. I think like there's always the common like idea, and people say it's like if you do vinyl on a t-shirt, it's like eventually going to peel off.
Yeah,
or whatever.
that was my whole problem. Like, I kind of want people like my homies wear my stuff too. Everybody wears, like a good amount of people wear the brand, but
and you want them to be able to rock it for years on
exactly.
end. Yeah.
Like it might be faded or something, but I don't want it to like rip off because like one wash or two wash, like. I want you to at least be able to wash it for like 4 or 5 times, and then like it won't look just as new, but it should look damn near good.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, if you were to go out and get any of these other big name brands that everybody's wearing, these designer brands, you could wash it a million times and it's still going to look super solid.
Exactly.
And that's because they do what you do and they go the extra mile. They make sure that the fabric is what they're looking for. They make sure the quality is what they're looking for. They fucking run with it, bro.
For sure.
Who were some of your personal brand inspirations? Like, I mean, obviously,
of course, 8103. But really just like skateboarding brands, bro. Like Shorties, Plan B, fucking Nike SB.
Oh, so are you a big skater yourself?
I grew up skating. Like I used to be sponsored by Skate Lab back in the day, like 05 OG. It's like Skate Lab versus Kona kids.
Dude, Skate Lab was the fucking spot, bro.
I lived there, bro.
I was a kid going.
My
to
mom had like a shop right down the street, and like I just got off the bus straight to the skate park after school every day.
Yeah. Like, did you? At what age did you get into skateboarding?
I think it was like 9, like 8 or 9 for real. My babysitter, he had a skateboard, and he just gave it to me. I took it home, and next thing you know, I'm just like outside riding it, figuring out stuff. Watching little Tony Hawk tip tricks and stuff, those little old videos that teach you how to do a kickflip, teach you how to do an ollie, all that stuff. And then my mom had the shop at Mayport, like back in the day, and Skate Lab came around and she was like, "You want to go there?" And I just like, I went there once and I went there every day.
Yeah, you loved it, man.
I loved the shot of that shit, dude. It was just like escape, and it was fun. It was like before social media, so you didn't have to like worry about sponsors and clips, and just like you just fucking skate, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like there was a sense of like being a kid, bro. Like that really just kind of set you free, and like it teaches you a lot. Like skating teaches kids so much, bro.
You bust your ass so much, and you keep going. You get up because you want to chase that one trick, dude. Like, and that just relates to real life because you're not always gonna win, bro. You're gonna take a few L's before a dub. Like that's just what it is sometimes. But like once you take that dub, bro, it's gonna be huge.
And skating's one of those only sports that like really teach you, or help you find your own style and really help you develop your own
you and the
flow.
board, bro. It's all mental. Like you got to push yourself to keep going, to get better, trying tricks, jumping downstairs, grinding. It's just so many different dangerous things. But that's what I was into. I loved the shot of it. I did competitions, man. It was the best.
Would you ever like to sponsor a skateboarder with a brand or anything?
Oh, for sure. All that would probably definitely happen. Just right now, I'm just worried about growing it because I don't have I have product to give people, but I ain't got product for like just people just wanting shit every month and shit like that.
100%. Yeah, I've got I met this kid. I say kid, but he's probably older than me. His name is Nick Usher. He lives out in St. Augustine. We got the same name, and
that's why I was
blonde.
like, "You're talking about yourself?"
No, it's funny. He hit me or I hit him up on Instagram. I found his name however the fuck I found him.
You found him.
Him.
Y'all linked.
And we link up. It turns out this dude's like fire as fuck at skateboarding, bro. He's like just one of the best skaters I've seen in a while. And so I sponsored him with a brand, and it was like one of those things where I've had tons of people come in my DMs like, "Hey, how do I get sponsored, or how do I ride, like whatever?" And I'm like, "Dude, the only reason Nick Usher's riding for the brand is because we got the same name."
Yeah,
bro.
he has a secret homie spot, bro.
He got lucky,
he has a secret
bro.
heart, like a secret spot in your heart.
He'll always have like a a piece of the brand or the pot or whatever.
Dude, that's
it's
like, when do you ever meet somebody with your same name? You
Yeah.
know? Like, I think I've met one person with my same exact name, and she was a girl. And that was
Really?
like back in the day at Boys and Girls Club down the street.
No way.
Yeah, like I used to go to Neptune over here, so I just get off out of school, ride the bus to Boys and Girls Club till my mom picked me up, or just go to the skate park.
Hell yeah, dude. That was,
Shit
and it
was
was
tight.
kind of cool because, you know, I think as a kid, growing up at the skate park, there's always so much love around that area.
Bro,
like
the skate park. I mean, like,
I've never
just
gone
life, bro. Just like you see a bunch of everything. You see adults, you see kids, you see families. You know, like, and then like skateboard competitions. They're fucking awesome.
yeah, and it's always
Meeting
good energy,
pros,
you know.
like,
And
yeah, dude.
whenever you do something,
Product toss, all that stuff.
oh, for sure. And whenever you're like out of the park and everyone sees you've been trying to land a trick forever, and then you finally land it.
That is the best feeling.
They all go
And if
crazy,
you know,
bro. And
like,
it's like you have all your friends like fucking throwing their boards, getting lit for you, and it's like that's the type of energy that leads to a person growing.
That was
you
the
know?
type of energy that made me want to skate more, bro. Because like I was always wanting to skate with the older kids, bro. Because I mean, all the kids my age were doing like mini ramp and vert, and I was like, I want to do that, but I want to learn how to grind and jump downstairs and do hubbas and, you know, back tails, back lips, just do all this stuff. So I just like started skating with the older kids, and they're like, try this. I'm just, you know, like you said, I'm grinding that trick out till I land it. But once I land it, they're all screaming it.
Yeah.
And like, they're just like asking me to do more. I'm just like, all right, fuck it, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Like, then, you know, that's when you start getting your own little clips and you start getting photos. You start getting invited to go street skating. Like, it was dope.
Who were some of your favorite skaters?
Dude, OG skaters and jacks, bro. Corey Newton, dude. That's like that's my OG for real. He had one of the best kick flips I've ever seen. I'd probably say Joey Corey, George Evans, just OG flatline crew for real.
That's cool.
And of course, like my homie Jamal Campbell, dude, because like we were just like growing up, like a lot of black kids were in skateboarding for real. You know, we're like one of the few.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now it's one of those things
Yeah,
where it's like super
you know.
dominant. But back in the day, I guess you're right. Like
Yeah,
it really wasn't
we're
too
literally
many.
like the one or two, 5 black kids at the skate park. But like we're just good, so we're accepted.
And well, yeah, I feel like there was, for the most part, like you guys were fucking a lot better than most of white people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know,
like just
just like-
turning up, bro.
I don't know. It's something about the athlete shit. But like, dude, we're into it. We're just grinding. That's
Everyone's
all.
just there to have a good time, man.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the sport, bro. It's just like everyone it brings out a side of people that, you know, it kind of brings you back to like your childhood where you're like a kid again. Like you go out there. Do you still go out and skate from time to time or anything?
I don't even have the time, dude. If I'm free, I'm just like either at the crib with my family, with my daughter. I'm playing Call of Duty with the boys.
Hey, let's get it, man. So it kind of sounds like the brand would have never even come about or been a thing without skating.
Oh, for sure,
so it's
dude.
kinda
We're
like-
definitely all, like I said, like skateboarding is the reason why people dress like how they do now. It's like all of the fashion, all that shit came from skateboarding.
Would you say that you kind of still get that same, or would you say that the brand is kind of giving you that same outlet that skateboarding did, where you can just kind of express yourself freely?
Exactly.
Like it's like the newer, it's like skateboarding for as you an adult.
Dude, I'm
you know?
gonna make skateboards. Watch, like it's gonna happen. It's kind of expensive right now, but I don't care. It's just like one of those things I just feel like I have to do.
Do you have I know you've designed a couple decks, man.
No, but I got some, like, I'm stacked on designs right now, bro. It's like the rest of the year is gonna be crazy. Like I said,
Yeah, I love it.
just working, dude.
Do you have a slogan for your brand?
Nothing, dude. I
feel
don't know.
the
Like
name is a slogan, kind of.
it is though, like in a way, but like I don't know. I've been like searching for like that meaning, that quote, but like for now, I'm just like the name just is so powerful itself.
Yeah.
And like I don't really think I might need one right now, but like it'll just happen when it does.
What would you say is the most difficult aspect of growing a clothing brand? Because obviously you mentioned a couple of the things you struggled with, but
Dude,
overall,
I mean, yeah, you get sales from the homies and stuff, but like my whole thing is like I love my homies and I know they'll support me, but like I get way more turned when I get like orders and people that I don't even know buy stuff. Like, I mean, lately I've just been getting like orders out of like Cali and like Miami and just like Nevada,
Even
whatever.
you get those like
just
Michigan
random
orders.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I got a few international orders at the beginning of the year, and I was just like, dude, like people in Canada somehow came up to my site, ordered. You know,
Yeah.
like I just love that shit.
Do you design your own website?
Yeah, dude.
So how?
Like I said, YouTube is your best friend, bro. Just it took me like my first website. I think I did it like 3 days, 2 days, or something like that. But I didn't sleep, and I just stayed up all night, just like YouTubing and figuring it out, and just like chat support.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I remember those days, man. You'd hop
You
on
have
just
to,
like,
bro.
and you'd be spending like crazy amounts of money just to get like the website, editor or whatever it is and all this shit. And then
I mean, you can either spend money or do it yourself, bro. I figured out a lot of stuff by myself, and I'm thankful for it.
facts, bro. And I think that I think it's always a cool story whenever somebody's kind of like self-taught with a lot of this shit, and it's like you're it's a lot easier to learn something when you're motivated, I'd say. And it seems like it's one of those things where it's like you got no problem going on YouTube and checking out all these videos, or spending hours, or not sleeping, or just working all day on something that you're
I
passionate
love
about.
the
'Cause you're
experience,
motivated.
bro. I'm motivated by experiences and doing it myself. Like I'm very thankful for like just my last 10 years of life. Like my boss, my job, life has just showed me so much, and I'm just thankful for it all, for real.
Yeah. What is quick little transition, I guess, but describe to me the perfect day for Jarron Johnson today. If you were
I don't know. Pick a day and I'll tell you.
let's say tomorrow.
Sunday. Well, it's no football on right now, so we're just kind of chilling. Wake up a little bit after my girl. My girl's probably fucking watching Miss Rachel or Sing 2 with my daughter. And I get to play with my daughter. We'll figure out if we want to like hang with friends or be lazy. Roll up and just chill, for real. Sundays are just like my relaxed day. Relax, reset, get ready for the week. You know, look at the website a little bit, but kind of just like stay away from work. Like just kind of really just chill with my family.
You mentioned football. Are you a Jags fan?
So like I'm not a Jags fan, but I've lived down here for so long. I feel like everybody who lives with like in a football town kind of has to like their hometown. Like
For sure.
like I've had season tickets, but I'm more like college football.
Oh, word. Okay, bet.
I'm a big LSU fan.
LSU. Let's get
So
it.
like my whole thing was like every time the Jags got LSU, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking with y'all more. So I got like right when they got
Fournette.
yeah, but it was before now. They got somebody else. They got Chark. Wait.
Oh, was it DJ Chark? I'm trying to think. It was a wide receiver from LSU that we got, right?
Yeah, that was Chark. But either way, bro, once like any player that's LSU and they come here, I'm fucking with it. So like I had like season tickets like the year we went to the fucking AFC Championship.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that was like my second year I had season tickets.
Oh,
I was,
dude,
like,
that's
I was
the
locked
best.
the fucking. It was like some of the best football I've watched all year. But like so I just try to like just keep those Sunday traditions up with the homies. Like we grill out every fucking week for football.
Yeah.
You know, my girl's into it. All the homies come over. Like some of the homies got kids, and it's just like nice, just chill.
Yeah. What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned from being a father? Because you said we were talking a little bit beforehand. You said your daughter's like almost 1 now. So
Yeah, bro. My daughter's
first year being a
she'll
dad.
be 1 next month, dude. It's been just like crazy watching her grow. She's walking now and stuff. Like she's got 2 teeth. It's just crazy. Like it's like the most insane thing. Like people will always like tell you stuff about like fatherhood and stuff, but like witnessing it like your own route and firsthand, it's the best shit ever.
Yeah, and I bet it kind of brings out a little bit of like the child inside of you. You know, you kind of
it's
get to have that
another
fun
reason
again.
to do like kid stuff. Like you can take your kids to do literally everything. Like,
And you're gonna be, and it's like one thing that's really interesting is like when you have your own child, it's like you really get to choose. Like
yeah, they don't
everything
really
this
know
person
what they're doing
learns,
from like 1 or 2 for real. They just like see the lights and whatever.
Yeah, and it's like you really get to choose like what goes into that person's head, like what kind of words do they hear coming out of their parents' mouths, like things like. And I'm not saying like any profanity or anything. I'm saying like literally like the way that you speak and the way that like you think, like they're always
sure.
learning off of you in those early days.
Yeah,
And like
literally.
my girl's nephew just came over. Want to make sure I got that relationship right, but my girl's we just had her nephew come over, and he's like child, like I think he's like less than 1. I think he's probably a little bit younger than your daughter, but he came over and just his little hands. No, fuck no.
If he's walking, he's probably trying to touch everything.
Dude, it's so funny because his little hand, like you'd put your finger down and he'd just grab your hand, and just the way that he looks at it, it's like,
what is that?
I want to know, like, what's their like mind thinking right now? You know?
So like, I don't know, dude. Every baby's different, but my baby, like, everything, she doesn't really know what it is. She puts it in her mouth, like, so like the first time she like grabbed my ear, she like licked my ear. It was like the funniest thing to me. Like my hair too. She's like, "What is that?" So she like grabbed it, put it in her mouth.
Can she speak at all or anything?
She'll say mama and like sort of say dada. But she'll say Bubba and just like the random outbursts. But definitely mama, like that's the one thing my girls got me for. Like, yeah. But it's cool. My daughter looks like me more than her.
Hey, I'd rather my daughter look like me as opposed to.
And I got to name her, like we're both Double J.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's a cool connection. What would you say is one of the cutest things she's done so far? I mean, it's been a short period of time, but
every day, dude, she does cute stuff. I can't even put it on one thing. Even when she cute, like even when she like poops and stuff, like it might stink, but I'm just like, dude, like this little human is mine. Yeah. That's so damn cute. Like,
yeah, dude, I feel like you'd be such an incredible father. You know, just from what I know. Dude.
I appreciate that, bro. Just I mean, that's just been like my biggest thing trying to grow with this year, just being a father and being an entrepreneur. Like, cause like. This entrepreneurship, like, dude, like, you're really never off.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I'm always on my phone. I'm always doing something. It's not just, like, even necessarily scrolling on social media. Maybe I'm, like, checking my emails. I'm talking to the manufacturer. I'm talking to my boss about, like, our plays. Like, talking to my graphic designer, you know, just, like, stuff like that. Talking to my homies, like.
Does Mark support you a lot with this?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Is he pushing you to.
He pushes me. He pushes me every day. I'm very thankful for Mark, bro.
Yeah, he seems like a great inspiration for you, bro.
Like, I would not be like here for like just growing as a man, as a person in life, for real.
Yeah, I like that, man. And you know, we spoke on a little bit before. Like, he's taught you so much, and like just really, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like he just kind of like held your hand through this shit and like really kind of showed you how to like do this right.
I mean, nothing you really work like. I mean, it's different because, like, it's only me and him for work, but, like...
Oh, really? There's no one else that works there besides you?
Yeah, it's just us, dude. Like, and we just grind this shit out. But, when you work for somebody, bro, like, you usually don't catch, like you catch a work relationship, but you don't really catch a friendship. Like, we caught the work relationship first before we caught our friendship. So I think that's why we just... locked in so good,
and like, you keep it straight. It's straight business, like while y'all are working, and then it's like once you're off, you're off. But
yeah,
we
have fun. Like, don't get us wrong, but like we'll definitely grind the fuck out.
I like
when
that.
We need to, and we always do.
So, didn't mean to cut you off, but
you're good.
What I was gonna say was, what's a big brand that? Like, what's the dream collab for the Jig Is Up? Like, tell me, like, I know there's some brand out there, like some water or beverage brand.
I kind of had a feeling you might have asked this for real. Obviously, like, a 8103 collab would be cool, but, like, my favorite street brand right now is, this company called Circulate.
Circulate,
my bad. And, it's this homie, named Young Corey, dude. He's kind of got like the same path as me, but he's older than me. He used to work for Diamond, like when they're back on Fairfax and stuff. Like, he was their shop kid and stuff, and like he just kind of just has like that similar path to me, bro. And like recently, like he's very cool on social media. I reached out to him, whatever, like sent him a photo of the pants that we're about to release, and he was like, "These are sick," and I was like, "You want a pair?" So I shipped him out a pair, and I was like, "Damn, dude, like." That's awesome. Like, just like people that you look up to, like fuck with your pieces, but also like respect you enough to send you their address and, you know, have conversations with you and rock your shit. And like, you know, that one thing can take it to something way more just off of that.
I love that, bro. Cause I actually felt this exact same way whenever I was trying to get Seti Hendricks on the pod. So I drove to Atlanta and just gave him a huge bag of like basically every piece I had, you know, and
we did that too. Seti came to one of our shops. We gave him like so much clothes.
Isn't it just like, it's so like when just seeing their reaction and like seeing them really appreciate everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just really, it's so motivating to make you just say like,
It's just
people,
like,
these people that you look up to, like now not only do you have a spot at the table, but like now you're bringing something to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, not just that you look up to, but like they're also in the same place, like same city you're from. It's like y'all can kind of like, y'all are kind of in the same room, kind of, because like you might be in different fields, but all this shit connects together.
Yeah.
So like, you know, and like, I mean, he'll still probably reply back to you, but like early days, like before he had his like blue check and shit, you could just message him, he would reply to you.
Yo, yeah, 100%. And I mean, he's
shit like that to me is just like cool, because like I don't like, I want to do the same shit. Like it doesn't matter how fucking many followers I have or how big I get, like or how much money I have to. I'm still a regular ass person. Like
yeah, and you want to be, and you
want if you DM me, I'm gonna probably DM your ass back. Like unless you're like a fucking bot. Like,
yeah, for
damn,
sure.
sex bots been going so fucking crazy on social media.
Bro, that shit has been pissing me off, bro.
Dude.
Because especially on the podcast page, because I'll get a couple DMs. I'm like, oh, sweet, we got some more people want to be on the pod, whatever. And I go check it. It's like, click this
The
link.
same damn photos in a different like
like
bio pic.
some like random ass, you know, bot trying to get you to do some stupid shit. Like, click this link for da 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 da. I'm like, get your ass out of here on some other shit, bro. It's so annoying. One thing that, you know, I got a good question of the day. I wanted to drop this one by you. I haven't asked this question of the day yet. I do one for every episode. And,
Should I be nervous?
No, this one's an easier one. I've done some I wouldn't say darker ones, but I've done some deep ones for a couple of the guests. But this one I think will be more fun than anything.
All right, let's get it.
If you're getting sent to space and you can only take 3 items with you, what would they be? You'll be in space for a year.
By myself? All right, that's just like part of the items. Oh shit,
Just you,
man. I'm bringing unlimited weed, probably. My family, so my girl and my daughter, and my big ass TV we got in the living room right now with my system. That should be one though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's combination video games. Yeah, that's
not just video games. Like it is a system, so video games for sure. But you can stream so much shit.
Oh yeah, true. You can stream Netflix and YouTube and all that shit off
all
there.
that
Yeah.
shit.
That's a good 3. I like that as well. I was expecting you to say something for the brand. I was like,
shit.
That boy would be, dude. Could you imagine?
I'm on vacation like that.
The flex, the flex of you. Oh yeah, a couple of these shirts have all been to space. So,
Dude,
if you want one, cop one because limited quantity.
We're shipping from space, so it's gonna take like $1,000 just for shipping.
Oh my god, just for one shirt, and we don't have to get a plane or nothing. We just drop it. Mm-hmm. So
you give us coordinates and it just drops in the area.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be kind of cool for real. Like,
oh, for sure.
I mean, dude, there's been like, there's this other clothing brand I've just been following. It's called Cortez, bro, but it's like a company out in London, and they just been like, they'll literally drop coordinates, and people will run to these fucking coordinates and sell out. They'll sell out like instantly. It's so sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, one thing that I was kind of thinking about doing for I wanted to do some like specialized merch for the pod, do like my own I was going to call it a OG Sessions collection. And
I like that name.
Yeah, I think it flows real well. I was going to roll with it and do something cool, and I was thinking switching it up instead of trying to get some money off of this drop, just doing like what you were saying, how like I have a random location and say anyone that gets here can just get one for free just because you're like supporting, you came out, you know what I mean, whatever, and you're just like showing love. And I think it'd make it really cool for that first piece to be like it'd be kind of like one of those things where you couldn't buy it. If you wanted this first piece, you had to go get it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah, it was free, but it's like limited quantity. Get there early.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's crazy you said
cool
that
video.
because like I mean I just ordered a tent, so I'm gonna start doing like pop-ups and stuff like that too. But like my whole thing is like when I do these pop-ups, I'm like kind of designing some stuff where it's only like when we do the pop-up, like it's not going to be online. It's just going to be like if you come out to the pop-up, you can get it. It's not like it's
I'm surprised you haven't done that with 8103 doing.
I mean,
the
I've sold
pop-up.
some stuff at like because we do this event called the 904 pop-up. I've sold some stuff under there, but like it's just kind of hard because I'm managing this whole event and still trying to sell my brand. So now,
how much more work has that pop-up brought to the brand, bro? Like, be honest, because I see how many of these.
It's some work, but like I'm thankful, bro, because work is better than no work.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously it's good that you got work coming in, but it's like at the same time,
the only thing is just like when we do the pop-ups, everybody's just like, "Where's your tent? Like, where's your clothes? Like, we're trying to shop with you." And I'm like, I know I can, like, it's not even like the money for me. It's just like sticking to my vision, bro. Like, I kind of just wanted to do it a certain way, like have my own branded tent. Like, cause like I was saying, I could sell clothes under our 8103 tent, but like, no, it's just kind of hard to, sell your brand, but also do your job.
100%. So like, and you want to be able to like communicate with these people.
Yeah. Like and I don't want like people like, obviously like they know we're two different brands, but like the random people and the people you don't know, they could just all think that's one brand. It's 100%. Just like too much. That's too much conversation. I feel like
I threw. I think this is about 2 years ago now. It was the OG pop up, and it was we rented out this space. It was like a yoga studio. So, it was real big, like indoor space though, and we had like 5 or 6 vendors all come together. They're all streetwear brands and like a couple vintage guys. And dude, just like that night, I was the one that ran the whole thing. I had it all going together, and it wasn't like huge, like 9 to 4 pop up or anything. So don't get me wrong, but just it was nonstop, sick, bro. Like, non-fucking-stop, running around, talking to people, like, and then everyone wants to have that like deep conversation, just keep talking, and it's like you don't. There's not enough time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it would be really cool for you to have that experience of like just being able to connect with your buyers.
That's literally like the next few type of moves I want to do, bro. Just like for me, just sticking to your vision and trusting your process, bro. I tell my friends this all the time. Like, it doesn't matter like what you do or what field you work in, not even just like clothes. Like, one of my best friends works in real estate, and like we always just like talk business like every day. I'm just like always reminding them, just like stick to what got you here. Like, trust your process. Like, yeah, it might be slow, but it's not going to always be slow, bro. Like, that's why we're in this field, like in our fields.
I love that, bro. And that's a great piece of motivation to wrap this thing up, man. It's like, it's one of those things where if it's working, keep pushing, bro. Nothing's going to happen overnight. Dude, like, I just had a video on Instagram. It hit like 400,000 on Reels or whatever. And then
fucking crazy.
And it feels great, but at the same time,
that's nothing. You're not even paying for ads. That's your natural strength, bro.
For sure.
You know, like, and that's a big thing, bro. Like, cause this project I just dropped today, I was like, me and Keanu were talking. I was like, I'm going to just fucking rail it in ads, but like we didn't even need to, because like the drop was just like, it got so much natural growth and reaction. Growth. Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, yeah, bro, I'm like, fuck the ads. Like,
and I got to give you your flowers, bro, because your marketing is fucking on point. Dude, I've
learned that from my boss, bro. So I'm just thankful for like my path, bro.
When I was growing up, I wanted to be into sports marketing, and I worked at a couple jobs where I was on their marketing team and stuff. You're good. And I've always had that like eye for like some good marketing, bro. Like those like engaging social posts, those like really like those eye catching just photos and videos, and just like you can tell somebody actually took hours out of their fucking day to make this and care about this. And dude, I look at your page and I'm like, this guy knows the fuck he's doing, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. That's crazy you said that, because it's like a few people have said that in the last few days. It's like, bro, like that shit like that. It doesn't even matter if it's about making money. Just like hearing people say that and appreciate the work, because like that's the work that you pay for and you have to do, but it doesn't really make you no money. Yeah, you just 100%. Have to kind of do it, you know.
Yep, 100%. Like, and the fact that you do it like yourself, it just shows even more. It's like we just talked about how you're up at 3 a.m. fucking talking to people that live across the damn world. Yeah. And they're not even going to be working for a whole ass month and a half. By the way, USA, take notes on that, because that would be fucking dope.
Yeah, seriously. And get the prices down, bro. That's why people don't do USA manufacturing. Shit's just too expensive, bro.
Yeah, like, exactly.
We're greedy as fuck over here.
Oh, dude, 100%. And people feel like if you see another manufacturer charging this price, like, oh, I got to up my price.
Got to up it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no.
Nobody can just be happy with succeeding at their own rate or at their own price, you know. Everyone's trying to grow, man. Everyone's trying to take over that spot.
Can't knock it, but goddamn, dude, everybody's trying to eat.
And kudos to you, man, because you're taking off right now, and I just love to watch the process, love to watch the grind, and I'm so glad we finally got to get this episode.
I know, man. We're gonna get another one in too, bro.
I want to just go ahead and lock you in for like a season 3
Let's go.
episode whenever you've got some dope shit going on.
Yeah.
And, I love that we just happened to plan this out right when this drop happened.
I love it. Like we were talking earlier, just that live, natural, no plan shit, bro.
Yeah. So you just dropped this new thing or this new piece. Where can people go buy it?
Yeah, on the website's thejiggisupclothing.com, bro. You just click on the site, watch the video's sick, and then hit shop, and then boom, right there.
Perfect, bro. And then where can these people find you on social?
My Instagram's at Jiggums, JIGGEMZ. Then the brand's account, the Jig Is Up Clothing, and we're on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, just
sweet, bro.
Simple and sweet.
Moving, man. And I love the motion you got. Once again, thank you for coming through.
Hey, man, thanks for having us, bro. It's great. I'm glad I finally got to come out here.
Yeah, man. We gotta definitely make it happen soon.
Yes, sir. That was sick, bro.
Yeah.